We are building a religion. We are building it bigger. We are widening the corridors and adding more lanes.
Hey everybody, Johan here. So I wanted to talk today about weighing the good versus the bad, about religion specifically. I don't know if any of you ever read the book God Is Not Great by Christopher Hitchens. It's a great book. I would definitely suggest anybody to read it. It talks about all the atrocities, basically the horrible things that people have done in history in the name of religion. Off the top of my head, the best one that I remember is how a group of Muslim leaders basically completely stopped and sabotaged the spread of a polio vaccine in Africa, claiming that it was some claim by the Western world to sterilize their population. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, he only talks about the negative things. He doesn't talk about the positive things that religion can do for people. And that's true. He definitely focuses on the negative. But I wanted to address that certain point that people keep making and kind of throw a question out there for you. So religion can do good things. It can make, everyday people across the street nice to each other. It can make you feel good about something. It can make you thankful for something that happened. It can inspire you to be nice to a stranger. It can make you feel better about the death of somebody, knowing that they went to a better place. Sure, there's a lot of good things that religion can do. It can comfort you. It can help you, etc., etc. Now, there are also obviously negative things that religion can do. For instance, the stop of the polio vaccine, just because the religious fundamentalists from Africa thought that this was a plot, a conspiracy. You also have the bombing of abortion clinics by Christian fundamentalists that caused death and destruction. You have Muslim jihads. You have horrible things in all religions that happen and that have happened in history, the Crusades, etc., that just are needless and could have been prevented if religion did not have the place in the world that it does. So you have to look at these two sides of the spectrum and you have to say, well, is one worth the other? Is the feel-good mentality that religious people have worth the thousands, the millions of lives that it's cost throughout history? Or is it not worth it? I'm asking you to look at this kind of objectively, like from the outside. Don't take all the emotions out of it. Is the feeling that people get from being religious, is that feeling worth thousands, if not millions, of deaths all the time? Is it worth it? If you think so, you're a terrible fucking person. So this brings me to another person that I really admire, Sam Harris. I don't know if any of you have ever seen his TED Talk, where he talks about how questions of morality can be answered through science and secular thought. And I'll link the video down in the description. But he brings a very, very good argument for the existence of morality on a secular level. This pretty much divides this in half. On one side, you have the religious folk who some feel great about their religion and worship God, and it's so great, and they're nice to everybody, and they're good to their neighbors, and they give to charity, and they love their kids. It's all great. But you also have those people who murder, rape, and kill in the name of God. On the other side, you have the secular community. I'm not going to say atheist necessarily, because I don't think everybody would classify themselves as an atheist, but you have the secular side, the people who don't necessarily buy into any one religion. And those people, they're evil. Those rape and kill and murder all the time. Honestly, I think the atheist community, secular community is definitely a good community. It's filled with good people who, believe it or not, are nice to their neighbors and love their children. Those atheists, they love their kids. That's immoral. It's like, do you want the spaghetti with the meat sauce on it and a big pile of shit next to it? Or do you just want the spaghetti with the meat sauce on it? I mean, which one would you want? Because, hey, if you want the spaghetti and the meat sauce with a big pile of shit next to it, that's great. But if you just want the spaghetti with the meat sauce on it, then why not just have the spaghetti with the meat sauce on it? Why allow it to be distorted to a big pile of shit by fundamentalists? Is having the spaghetti and the meat sauce worth having the shit next to it? Is it worth it? No, it's not worth it. So me personally, I'm going to get some spaghetti with meat sauce, and I'm not going to have a big pile of shit next to it. I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to be a moral person. I'm going to be a loving, caring human being who cares about his neighbor, who loves his future children and his future wife, and who is awesome and moral and fantastic. I'm going to give to charity, etc., etc., and I'm not going to need divine motivation for it. I'm going to be able to do it all by myself, and I'm not going to have to worry about those people who are going to take my beliefs, twist them around, and blow shit up because it's not necessary. And that is my story for the day. Thank you, and good night.
Fuck you,